Welcome, everyone. This is the Monday edition of the Predictive Playbook NBA Triple Double Show presented by SportsMemo TV. And I have you more than covered for tonight's NBA card. I'm joined with my co host, Ronald Cabang. And Ronald, I must say, it's not bragging when it's fact. But our last four shows, if our viewers tailed us, we went 12-1 against the number over the last four triple double shows. So we hope that you guys follow us again. We're pretty confident with tonight's card. More than confident, I would say. So let's get started right away, Ron, with the first game. And we're looking at the Milwaukee Bucks. This is rotation number 509 going up against 510, which is the Boston Celtics. Celtics opened as a 2-point favorite. They're currently now -1 after seeing some early action on Milwaukee. The total, though, has gone from 218.5 to 221. I'm wondering if we start this breakdown, Ronald, with a look at the total and whether you think that move is going to turn into a steam move and possibly get up to maybe 223 or 224.
Yeah, so the Bucks they're going to be playing their second half of back-to-back road games, and it's also going to be their fourth road game in a row in just 6 days. The Celtics they've lost three in a row now, but they should be well rested. They haven't played since Friday. And it looks like they'll be getting Jaylen Brown back to tonight too, and I think that that probably has to play. That's probably one of the reasons why the numbers have been going up. But the Celtics, defensive rating dropped significantly without Brown in the lineup, so he's going to be a huge boost for this team, especially against a team who may be having tired legs as this game goes on. The Bucks, they're actually 1-3 against the spread and 3-1 to the under in second game of back-to-backs this season. The Celtics, in their last game on Friday against the Suns, they just shot 38% from the field. So I expect a little bounce back from them offensively, but I don't think it's going to be enough for them to help push this one over the total, especially with it going up. I think a combination of Boston's rest and defense, who are actually 14-6 to the under this season when they have a day or more of rest, against a sloppy offense like a fatigued Bucks squad, and that's going to be the reason this game goes under the total tonight.
Yeah, and I support your play. I like the side. I like the bet on the total. I shouldn't confuse people saying the side of the total, but yes, the under. I think we fade this, and I think if it hits 221.5, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the high watermark for the total today, and that it doesn't drift lower throughout the afternoon. So I'm going to personally try to get 221.5 to the under. And I have a little system here for us. We're going to bet under with road teams where the total is greater than 220 after one or more consecutive unders, which is the Milwaukee Bucks and is a good team, outscoring their opponents by 3 to 7 points per game. And facing an average team, it's what Boston really is, with a differential of either -3 or +3 points per game on the season. That all told has gone 85 and 41 over the last 25 seasons. That's translates to 67% winners. So the under is definitely our preferred lean, and we'll have our best bets at the conclusion of our 3-game breakdown. So now we're going to move to a very interesting matchup, and seems like we kind of like either fading the Hornets or taking the over, because they are the highest scoring offense in the league, but they're also allowing more points on defense per game than they're scoring, and that's never a good combination, as I mentioned on previous shows. But this line here is 219.5, and somewhat surprisingly, Ronald, it's gone down to 217. Dallas opened as a 4-point favorite, now down to 2.5. Where do you see the best bet opportunity in this one?
Yeah, so the Hornets, they've gone over the total in 7 of their last 8 games, and this is without a majority of their squad. And once again, they're going to be without some key players tonight. Ball, McDaniels, Plumlee, and Ish Smith are all going to be out, and PJ Washington, I believe, is a game time decision. The Mavs will be without Luka tonight. I think he's due to be out for at least 2 games, is what I've been reading. And according to StatMuse, the Mavs are 1-4 straight up with without Luka, and their net rating is also a little bit lower when he's out of the lineup too. So that that kind of tells me why they're short favorites on the at home against this Hornets team with missing players. The Hornets, I mean, they just continue to surprise me with how well they're playing without all those guys on being active. Even though this team has been hot with the overs, though, I think I'm going to stay away from the total in this game, and I agree with the move down in this total, mainly due to the Mavs being actually really significantly better on the defensive side without Luka. The Mavs defensive rating, I believe, is 5 points better without Luka in the lineup. So that's the reason why I'm going to stay away from the total in this game, and I'm going to stick with I'm going to stick with the hot team, who has been covering 5 straight, and I'm going to be taking the Hornets plus 2.5.
Good breakdown, Ronald. I am a brave soul, and I'm actually going to suggest at least a lean at this point on the over. And 11-1 over is the Dallas Mavericks. I'm sorry, Charlotte Hornets in road games after playing 3 consecutive home games over the last 3 seasons. That's 11-1 for them. The Mavericks are 35-21 following a double-digit win in games played over the last 3 seasons. So I think the game situation does favor an up and down type of pace, which I think also supports your play on the Hornets here as well. From my predictive model I ran this morning for this game, the NBA average is roughly 108, and in games where Dallas has exceeded scoring the NBA average over the years, that has gone 5-0 already this season to the over. And for the last 20 seasons, 225 wins, 65 losses going over. That's 78%. I think I'm a lean, or perhaps more than a lean, on the over. So let's move on to I always say the marquee game when it involves the Suns, because they are something to watch. They're almost as fun as the Golden State Warriors. However, the Sixers did beat them on Friday night, and for once, I mean, a rare situation where Steph Curry struggled. I don't know if he's feeling the pressure of getting the record or not, but
Yeah.
that wasn't exactly one of his better shooting performances. But this game doesn't involve him. But it does involve the Phoenix Suns. Opened at -2. They're now -3. The Clippers total here is 213 open, drifting to 212.5. I don't make too much of the total there. But if you look at the statistics across the board, points per game, points allowed per game, field goals attempted per game, field goal percentage, 3-point field goal percentage, free throws per game, assists per game, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, total rebounds, steals per game, all point towards the favor of the Phoenix Suns. Is that kind of an opportunity for a contrarian bet, Ronald, being that everything is favoring them? I mean, we saw Army-Navy play, and Army had all the factors favoring them, and they didn't win.
Yeah.
What do you and granted that's football, but it's commonality among sports. But what do you see in this game?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the exact reason why I'm staying away from the side in this game, just because it looks it looks so tricky. I mean, and the other thing is that the Clippers are going to be. I mean, I think George's game time decision, right? So that's something to also to be aware of. The last I heard, he was actually going to be doubtful. So game time decision is actually an upgrade in status. But I will be looking at the total in this game, even though both teams play a fast pace. They're actually both top 5 in defensive rating this season. The Suns, they've gone under in 5 of their last 6 games. They're also 6-0 to the under when they have 2 or more days of rest, and also 6-1 to the under when they have more rest than their opponent. And that's the situation they're in tonight. The Clippers, they're pretty banged up. Like I mentioned, they have George as doubtful or game time decision tonight. And even though their defensive rating takes a hit without him, they do play a slower pace without him as well. So with or without George, I still agree or I still want to play this under in this game. I think both defenses will be key to this game staying under.
Yeah, and I agree with you on this one. I definitely looked at this game early this morning, and the under came up pretty strong play here. It's supported by another betting angle, betting under the total with a home team where the total is greater than or equal to 200 points, facing a divisional opponent, and with the host coming off 2 or more consecutive home wins. The under has won 60 times, it's lost 30 times. That translates to 67% winners over the last 5 seasons. Moreover, the Clippers are 33-16 under in games lined within the threes. So what that means is 3-point favorite, pick 'em, and +3 underdog. So any of those numbers between the threes would qualify, and this game certainly does. Let's move on to our best bets now, Ronald. This is where we're challenged, and like a good baseball hitter that's on a streak, or a good pitcher, or a good free throw shooter. You can't be thinking about the 12-1 when we make these picks.
Yeah.
But let's start with you for the first one.
Yeah. So just to recap, my 3 plays for today, it was the Bucks Celtics under, the Hornets against the spread, and the Suns Clips under. And out of those 3, I think my best bet today for this show is probably the Hornets against the spread. I think the Mavs coming off of a win. I think it helps this line a little bit, but I agree with the line moving down towards the Hornets. And I think it was 3.5 it opened, and now it's 2.5, and I think it'll continue to go down. So if for me, I would grab that as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's good. I agree with the picks. I will add the over. It's my show best bet in the Hornets versus Mavericks game tonight. So that puts us on 4 plays, I believe. Ronald, we have the under in the Suns Clippers. We have over in the Hornets Mavs. We have the Hornets side from you. And we also have the under in the Milwaukee Bucks Boston Celtics game. So, great time as always, Ronald. All good, certainly. And we look forward to being able to hopefully report 15 or 16-1. We'll settle for 15-2, folks. But don't. The key now is, when you're on a winning streak like this, is don't raise your average bet. Keep the bet the same as when you started, when we were 0-0 with these shows. And just keep that discipline going, just in case we have a regression type of day. We never know when that's going to happen. We hope it never does. But we're 12-1 now, so that's a fact. So thanks again for your time, Ronald. And on behalf of the Triple Double Show, powered by SportsMemo TV, may all the wins be yours.